We are Trekyards. Resistance is futile. You will service us. I don't know how it does. Welcome back to Trekyards, guys. I'm Queen Foley.
I'm still General Cockings. I avoided whatever the hell's going on to him. Apparently, I didn't get the memo. I've just been here. We are landmarks apart. Like there is water between us. I think the simulation cloud only hit Canada first. Maybe I think that's what happened. So that might be my future, guys. Good stuff.
Yeah, there's a small pond between us. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about the Borg Queen in episode 2 of Picard season 2, and just talk about some of the design choices that they've made. And yeah, it's cool to see the Borg Queen back because she's an iconic villain for sure.
Mm-hmm. And we had no idea how much she would or would not be featured, and pretty prominently. You know, given a good amount of dialogue, given a good amount of backstory vibes. But of course, the Borg Queen, give some brief backstory, is the central point, the central vague sort of consciousness above the loud voice of the Borg collective. She is the epitome of destruction, chaos, evil, a villain beyond all measure. And this first picture summarizes how evil she is.
Yeah, I mean, hey. Especially during a time of COVID, just saying. Getting that close to somebody, that's evil.
I couldn't help but go a bit silly to start off with. There's such a good picture of the makeup. Yeah, so that, but boy, on camera it looks a bit more dramatic than smiling. looks like a corset this way around. But yes, Borg Queen, and it is worth interestingly clarifying, an interview was released with this actress who said she doesn't think of herself as the same Borg Queen, she's just the current Borg Queen. So she's not Alice Krieg, she's a new current one, but they all are the Borg Queen, and since they all have the same memories and experiences, it's just she is not the same. So this is not a visual retcon, this is the current one we see. And if you want to be very specific, this is the alternate universe version. So they're not even having this as the prime Borg Queen, this is the alternate universe Borg Queen, which anything can happen to alter, because in this universe there was no Locutus. So that might have changed who, what, why, who knows. But the first picture is actually sort of an actual, how they look on screen. What do you think then, and how do you think the Borg Queen did in this first appearance?
Well, she's very intimidating for sure. I think it was a good reveal and a nice design. I do like the way that things are tied into her neck here, and the headpiece seems a lot more intricate and more molded as opposed to Krieg's, which feels like kind of connected into the back. And it's a good representation of a Borg Queen, but it's a different one for sure.
Yeah, they don't aesthetically look or feel the same, but they come from the same place. But also, because they're so different, you can't call it the same Borg Queen. I mean, the fact that the lady underneath it, I mean, this new Borg Queen has lots of like gill slices, and the like, it's a different alien species. We know Alice Krieg is not a human. They say what alien race that version was assimilated from, but it's just another alien who's been, assimilated to be a queen. Obviously, connects differently, thinks differently. Clearly, with a more temporal mindset. I wouldn't really think about Alice Krieg talking about all these temporal things in the same way. Maybe this is a more specialist one in that regards. Who's to say? But certainly it's a different design for a different Borg Queen. And performance-wise, I thought she did a very good job channeling a lot of Alice Krieg's performance. Because that's the movie version. That is the most makeup money, the most time. That is the definitive, right? And the fact that she came back for Endgame and the experience. So that is the Borg Queen, and for Lower Decks, we're gonna get very technical, but definitely channel a lot of the performance nuance. So she did go back and watch every Borg Queen episode. This new actress didn't try and replicate Alice Krieg, but clearly you could see she really did the research to kind of give you, when she wasn't going crazy with temporal mechanics, gave you a really good vibe here.
One of the things you pointed out too is the fact that Alice Krieg's top kind of like claws in and like pulls on the skin, which is a cool visual, by the way. The new one doesn't have that. It has, like you kind of pointed out, like a corset almost. It's a different look there, but both look fine to me. One just seems a little more creepy with the things into the skin.
We've seen what Alice Krieg is. She is a head that goes into a biomechanical body. This lady is not that. she's a torso that was ripped out of, like, you even see it's very fleeting because they're very careful to shoot above the split point. They don't have to spend money on CGI. Yeah, all credit. It's very hard to find. When she comes out, you do see the same spine dangling below, but it's obviously, like, it's not the spine because it's below the waistline, so very different in that respect. But yeah, I love Alice Kriegs because you understand it's just all of the flesh left that connects physically. It's all one big unit. Whereas this new Borg Queen, it feels like it's a lady alien that's put on a dress or a top. And there's a moment where you see the breathing and you see the difference between the line of the fabric and the line of the chest. I mean, you can see the shadow. So it's definitely a different vibe here. And I guess I have nothing against the Borg Queen wearing clothes. I mean, why have breasts? I mean, there's certain randomness to the whatever. Although it hasn't got as many abs as Alice Krieg, who has abs. She has a 13-pack or whatever. I think Alice feels more mechanical, tech and organics combined. The new one feels more cyberpunky. It's more like the flesh.
Yeah, Alice. Yeah, she absolutely does. Alice seems more mechanical. The new one seems more H.R. Geiger-ish, with the way things kind of integrate in. So yeah.
And I do like the fabric. If you go back to the first picture, you can see it clearly. Like, that's just a top. It doesn't feel like metal in the same way. It doesn't feel like it's in her body. It doesn't feel like there's nanoprobes coursing. It's just a top that the Borg Queen's wearing. Whereas Alice, that's a robot body, and it feels mechanical, synthesized, all just Terminator-esque, So different, but I like it. The next view, though, is a more close up on the makeup differences. And again, although you can see Alice does have the neck connectors, she has to come down from the ceiling somehow.
Yeah, if you go back to that first picture again with Picard, you can see the neck connectors, the actual mechanical parts when they're not connected. The one thing that's creepy about the new one, I find, is the eyes are a lot blacker, and it's definitely kind of unnerving. So Alex Krieg's look creepy too, but I think the black of the new one just is imposing. So,
well, the new one feels more soulless.
Yeah, maybe.
Because let's be fair, the old one was designed to seduce Data, as in a big part of the story. And so I do not think that the right-hand one is going to be a sex symbol for Star Trek fans like the Borg Queen originally really is. She doesn't give off any of those sexual vibes, for me. There's nothing, just not. Whereas Krieg is confusing for a lot of people. I mean, not so much, but there's that, right? Not the same vibes. Like, they've maintained the womanly shapes of the face more, I feel like, with Alice. They've accentuated the boniness, but it feels more whatever. Having the extra neck tube things, like, it all just... It's more alien, because it's more of an alien, to Alice's humanoid seduction vibe, which, again, both work in very different ways, but you can see the makeup is so different. They're not both the same species. Sort of end of story, really. It's just two alternate Borg Queen species connections. The next view, though, is a really, really good detail, because the makeup looks fantastic. It holds up super, super well to the alienness of it.
I do like the gill slits. I do like, even in the chest, like, you can see, like, almost bone structure. Like, it's almost like it's, a little bit malnourished, somewhat, which is really impressive.
Yeah, the left hand is more creepy, I'd say. Alice is more robotic. This is more creepy.
Yeah, I would agree. No, it's definitely a good look.
And also more Roswell Alien. Actually, the way that most of the left-hand picture with her mouth closed, the shape's going to give you like Roswell Alien vibes. Just the overall shape.
Just make the eyes a bit bigger, narrow down.
Because there's obviously makeup like here. There's makeup there, like as in pieces of makeup, rubber, etc. Like, it's all whatever. But that the way those tubes go in, ugh.
Yeah. Yes, very creepy. But hey, that's what they're going for, so they have succeeded.
So yeah, I call it a big success. I enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing more. Harnessed good vibes, and we'll see how different, how the same it's going to be. And if this appears in the present day of the Prime timeline, I doubt we're getting Alice back. Although, get Alice back. Imagine how much having both at the same time. Wouldn't that be cool? The Queen's discussing. That'd be. And then get I think Susan was the other lady that played it. Get all three back.
Yes.
Have a meeting
like
of the
Spider-Man.
Yes.
All pointing at each other.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. And all the exact makeup. That would be hilarious, despite Alice always being like, 30 years older. Alice, yes, I know you're 80, but can you please put on like 17 hours of makeup that is not fun? It's like, fine. For the fans. But she did love this part, though. I've interviewed her, and she really, really liked this part. She's a big fan of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that interview's on our channel, guys, so go check it out. Just type in Trekyards Alex Krieg, you'll find the interview. But you guys are already part of our collective, most of you watching, so thank you, and please comment down below, have your voice be heard with amongst all the other voices down there. Let us know what you think about the Borg Queen redesign, and where the story might be going. Let's speculate. That's what the comments are for. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already part of the collective. Please join us, because resistance is futile after all. You need to hit subscribe. And join us for the lives as well, where we are one collective hive mind, all speaking at the same time. And, you know, Samuel and myself are both the queens, I guess, or the kings. I don't know. We kind of lead the discussion, but all your voices are heard at the same time. So join us for the lives.
I agree with everything you just said.
Really? Wow.
But to add on to that, though, we do need your direct support to help us do what we do for as long as we can, because that support is essential. Support on Patreon monthly, join the channel, YouTube monthly, one-time donation on the super chats, which we love because it allows for direct communication, or PayPal if you can as well. Anything helps, really anything helps, especially those super chats as well, because it just helps the conversation. If you can, please do. If you can't, don't worry, but we appreciate any support, and thanks in advance.
That's right. So until next time. Oh, yeah, I'm Queen Foley. I forgot what I started this out with.
Still general, because we're still in the alternate universe.
Yes.
General Coggins. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.